My name is S.Kidder, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about my new book, The Startup Playbook. We wrote this book because we believe that building a startup will be the homeowner equity of the next century. In building our last few startups, we created what we came to define as a startup playbook, an evolving collection of core ideologies, beliefs, tools, and methods that reveal a model of building companies from concept to hopefully thriving reality. However, these past few years, we realized that we needed to upgrade our playbook, and so I reached out to some of my most admired friends and contacts, many of whom are considered the best entrepreneurs in the world. I asked them two burning questions. What are your most vital theses for creating successful scaling startups? And what key practices, behaviors, and ideas that power a startup's growth in its first 5 years? With this book, purpose was central to my motivation. We quit everything else we were doing and focused on what's truly important. Getting the answers, collecting as much of the inner wisdom that made up of these people's playbooks. I told myself I wasn't going to be impressed with the things I didn't know. And once I uncovered those gems of wisdom, I wouldn't be afraid to give them away. The result is this book. It's a gift, to me and to you. Like many other businesses, making this book was a roller coaster in and of itself. Some of my friends told me that I'm crazy, that people don't read books anymore. But if you're trying to make a difference in any market, crazy is actually a compliment. I want it to be much more than just a collection of quotes, but a practical tool for creating value that you can use every day. We really worked hard at digging beneath the surface to move into the day-to-day operations of successful startups in the hope of providing a roadmap for success. Not of just how to build a brand, but how to build an epic brand. But hope alone is not a strategy. We needed to be a radical outsider, be an attacker, not a defender. So I really let my curiosity grow into obsession. And we spent hours with over 40 entrepreneurs, each with a unique story that grew out of his or her successes, and most often, humbly, reflective failures. Because let's face it, if you are not noticeably failing, you're not innovating. What has this book taught us along the way? Well, we managed to distill the 5 common critical answers that you'd have to read the book in order to truly explore, but the answer is in here. It's in this book. In short, I found that there's no shortcut to perfection, and it's important to be humble, to not be afraid to set a limitless vision, and if possible, to dig wells instead of flocking to watering holes. I wish there was one simple answer, one silver bullet, that would take away all the problems and shoot you into the stars, but there isn't. Recognize the complexity inherent to all human problems, and apply the strength of your person to the deficits in the world. And you will see that applying the ideas of this book courageously, consistently, you will receive an experience that will sustain you in your second, third, and fourth startups and beyond. I deeply encourage you, yes, you, with the idea, with the budding startup, or the one that's struggling, sign up for an important battle. And remember what you're doing today is in fact the future of this great country. To focus on your innate gifts, to not suffer from the sin of comparison, to love and forgive people, and most importantly, have fun. Pretend your company is the party and you are the host.